Hi, my name is Todd, and my son Ian is on FaceTime in California right now. Say hi, Ian.
Hi.
And we're going to read a book that's called, you know the title?
There's no place like space
By who?
by Dr. Zeus.
Very good. There's no place like space.
I don't have a planet. Free title pages? Wow.
Yeah. I'm the cat in the hat, and we're off to have fun. We'll visit the planets, the stars, and the.
Sun.
There's no place like space. I will prove it to you. Your mother will not mind at all.
If I do.
Jump in, here we go. We'll fly up so high we can dance on the moon and play games in the sky. We will swing past the stars, and in case you've missed them, you'll soon see. The planets in our.
Solar system.
There are 8 of these planets that circle the sun, and soon you'll be able to name every one. Mercury's close to the sun's burning light. It's hot in the daytime, but freezing at night. On Venus, the weather is always the same, hot, dry, and windy, with no chance of rain. Can you guess the next planet? Well, here is a clue. It is my home and home to thing 1 and thing 2. You think it's Earth? You've been living on it every day since your birth. It's the third from the sun. It's our planet called
Earth.
It spins all the time, round and round like a top. It turns once every day, and it never will stop. This question had thing 1 and thing 2 in a tizzy. We don't feel the Earth as it spins on its way because we're spinning. Oh, I missed the question. If the Earth's always spinning, why don't we feel dizzy? We don't feel the Earth as it spins on its way because we're spinning right with it, right now, every day. Next, here is.
Next is Mars.
It's the color of rust. We sneeze here because it is covered with.
Dust.
Travel to Jupiter, and you will find it is bigger than all the other planets combined. Saturn has rings. What?
They skipped the asteroid belt.
Oh. Saturn has rings. It's so light, who would think it could float in an ocean and not even
Sink.
a planet.
But that's also because it's a gas giant.
Yeah, it's a gas, right? So less dense than water. A planet can have satellites that surround it. Uranus has lots of these objects around it. There are colors in space. I will show some to you. Neptune, planet 8, is a beautiful
blue.
We have seen all the planets. Now here is a trick to remember their names and remember them quick. Mallory, Valerie, Emily, Mickles just saved up 999 nickels. The first letter of each of these words is the same as the first letter in each of the planets you name. That's called a mnemonic, by the way. A memory device, a trick to memorize things. Now here is a game you can play in the skies. Connect all the stars you can see with your eyes. It's star ... Use your imaginations and you'll see big pictures we call
Constellations.
A dog, the great bear, and Leo the lion, Taurus the bull, and the hunter named
Ryan.
Orion.
Yeah, Orion, right.
Yeah. Orion has the 3 stars in his belt you can always see.
Did you know that one constellation is part of 2 constellations?
Oh, I think actually several constellations overlap and they have different names and meanings because they've been made by different cultures. Some by Native Americans, some by Egyptians and Greeks. Yeah.
Right, and the Big Dipper is one of the smaller ones that connects to one of the emerald ones, but I forget which one.
And the Big Dipper is also called Ursa Major, which is a bear.
Right.
A star in the sky may look small like a dot, but it's really a big glowing ball, and it's hot. And there's one star by far that is our favorite one. We can't live without it. The star called...
The sun.
Yeah, so that's the trick question is, what's the closest star? Everyone thinks it's like a hard question to answer, but it's not, right? From the Earth, it looks big. There is one reason why. It's the closest to Earth of the stars in the sky. But be careful. Never look right at the sun. Your eyes would get hurt, and that would not be fun. How big is the sun? We just heard right this minute, 1,000,000 of our Earths could all fit right in it. And oh, look at the time. We must go very soon, but first we must take a quick look at the
moon.
The moon does not shine in the sky in the night, but like a big mirror, it
reflects all the light from the sun.
Yes, it reflects the sun's light. Astronauts flew to the moon to explore a place no one had ever been to before. They walked on the moon and then drove all over in a special moon car called the
lunar rover. The first person to actually walk on the moon was Neil Armstrong.
You're right. An astronomer studies what's up in the sky. Thing 2 wants to be one. In fact, so do I. The universe is a mysterious place. We are only just learning what happens in space. So I brought you a present to look in the sky. Just put this telescope up to your eye. Oh dear, I must go. Fly back up to the stars and take thing 1 and thing 2 out to dinner on Mars. But there's lots to discover. It might be you who looks up in the sky and finds something that's new. Do you want to be an astronomer, Ian?
Could be.
There's some vocabulary words here. Astronaut. What's an astronaut?
Astronaut? An astronaut is someone who goes up in space and he wears this protective suit. It keeps him warm.
You said he. Could an astronaut be a she?
Yes.
So it's a person who pilots a spacecraft or works in space. An astronomer. You know what that is?
An astronomer?
Yeah.
Someone who studies things in space.
Yeah, a person who studies the planets, stars, sun, moon, and other heavenly bodies they're called. Or I think objects in space is a better way to say that. What's a constellation?
Constellation is just a bunch of stars that humans discovered made these shapes that looked like stuff.
Yeah, so it's basically just patterns that people invent. But they say a group of stars that form a pattern in the sky that look like a picture. But you can make your own constellation if you wanted. A lunar rover is the vehicle used by astronauts to explore the surface of the moon. You've seen the lunar rover, right?
Yeah.
Where?
I forget which museum I've been to so
The
many
Air and
now.
Space Museum, maybe?
Oh, yes, right.
Yeah. A satellite. Now, a satellite, sometimes people just think it's just a man-made object, but a satellite also refers to natural objects that are orbiting a planet. So a satellite is a natural...
Such as moons.
A moon is a satellite of the Earth. Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people just think they're just machines that we make. Solar system is the sun and all the planets that move around it. A telescope, what's that?
Telescope? A telescope is kind of like binoculars, except it's built specifically for looking up into space.
Yeah, you can actually use binoculars to look at the moon. They're really good for looking at the moon, in fact, especially when it's getting close to full. The telescope is an instrument that uses lenses to make faraway objects appear closer. It just uses the optics. Universe is everything that exists, including the Earth, the planets, the stars, and all space. So, this concludes our reading of There's No Place Like Space, All About Our Solar System, the revised edition.